that clock's just for me. So if we don't take 24 minutes, that's fine. Or if we go over 24 minutes, that's fine.
Okay.
You're up.
Well, welcome. This is Hamilton County Newsmakers. I'm Perry Williams, your host. And today I got one of my favorite people, the people in northern Hamilton County, Our Town Cicero, and I have Shae, who is the director, and I have a new member here. SStacia is going to talk a little bit about some of the things we got coming up here in Our Town Cicero. And guys, I keep getting emails. There's a bunch of exciting things coming up in the town of Cicero.
Yes, the Our Town Cicero group is very active. They're celebrating a year in existence, so in that first year they accomplished quite a bit, and I know SStacia has a lot of good information about the upcoming events that I know everyone will enjoy.
Well, SStacia, I know one thing coming up. I have a 10-year-old grandson that's really excited about the Halloween.
Yes, the second annual Fall Festival.
Absolutely.
That's coming up this Saturday. The weather looks to be very beautiful for this day. I think the last time I looked, it was going to be 73 degrees. So we have a lot of exciting booths. The businesses and local businesses are going to have games and activities for the kids and prizes, and there'll be drawings for even bigger prizes. There's costume contests for not only kids but pets and golf carts too, because we are a golf cart community.
Which is really great.
Which is
I
very
love
exciting.
that. Well, can we talk about some of the booths that'll be set up there and maybe some of those
Sure.
sponsors?
Sure. So I know Reynolds Farm Equipment is bringing a tractor or a combine.
The kids will love that.
And there's going to be an area with not only a tractor or a combine, but also a police car and a fire truck, which is always popular for the kiddos. And the local businesses and crafts vendors will be having food, but they'll also have a game or an activity at each of the stations for the kids to enjoy, and then they'll have either a candy treat or some other item for them to pick up as well. So I think it's going to be a very exciting day for the kids.
Now, the one thing about up there, too, is even though you're going to have some vendors and you're going to have some foods, you have some great restaurants up there that are very close to the... now, is this going to be downtown, or is this going to be out at the park?
This will actually be at the park.
Okay.
Yes, and there'll be face
Community
painting.
park.
Community
Yes.
park, at the community park. And there's going to be face painting and even some horses for petting as well.
Now, is it too late for people to get signed up for the contests with the golf cart decorating contest?
It is not. You can go to our Town Cicero's Facebook page, and there is an Eventbrite link in the event section, and you are more than welcome to sign up now, or we will also have a sign up that day.
I'll tell you what, as a customer or a viewer of your Facebook information, I love that Eventbrite to sign
I know.
up.
We were just saying that SStacia is our guru. She handles all of the Eventbrite for
Oh
Our
man,
Town
you do
Cicero.
a great job, man. This is
Thank you.
because you've
Thank
had some really big events, and it's hard to believe you're celebrating 1 year. When, last week or this week?
Actually, I think it was the beginning of October.
And that's what was amazing that I loved about being a part early about this organization, Our Town Cicero, is you guys hit the ground running, because you think that the 1st of October, and then you had the Halloween parade and all that kind of stuff. So you didn't waste any time planning it. So.
No.
And there's some a great group of people up there that, now who's in charge? I know everything has an organization behind it. Now, who has handled most of this as far as the parade and the Halloween?
We were very fortunate to have Lindsay Smith with Land Smith Landscape and Design step up and offer to be our chair for this event, and she has done a fabulous job at not only organizing but being that communication liaison through our board and the town, and setting up all of the map and just really getting things organized for the day. So Lindsay Smith with Land Smith Landscape and Design has been a great asset for us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's absolutely fabulous. What are some I know that's not the only thing we got coming up here in the fall and winter. What else we got?
Well, another big one coming up for Our Town Cicero is the Christmas Festival, and I know you have all of the details on that. Leslie Amos is the one who has taken charge of that event.
Yes.
All of it part of the promotions committee, as you know, with Main Street, all of that falls under promotions, but they have those separate committees for each of their events underneath.
Yeah. So Leslie Amos is on our board, and she stepped up to be the chair of our first annual Christmas Festival, and this is very exciting for our small town. We've never had a Christmas tree lighting, and we've never had a Christmas festival that can follow the parade that already exists and the activities at the library. So it's going to be a nice day-long event for the kiddos. And we are also going to have a Santa house this year, which is very exciting.
I'm excited.
Oh, it's amazing.
And it's going to be in our new pocket park. And the Christmas tree is also going to be there. So on December 3rd, from 4:30 to 6:30, there is going to be some kids' activities and games around at the local businesses. And then at 6:45, we're going to have our Christmas tree lighting, and Santa will be making his first big appearance.
Wow. Now let's talk a little bit, and maybe Shae, you can speak on this a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about, you mentioned here this pocket park, and probably not a whole lot of people, our viewers, know about what we're talking about. This is kind of it's just in the beginning stages.
It is, and it's funny because actually Lindsay Smith, her husband Evan, has been instrumental in putting together the design for the pocket park. So we were looking at the intersection of Short Street and Jackson, so it's by the utilities office. Right now, they have a small park in there. We want to enhance that with the Christmas tree in there, but also have art sculptures, benches, something that will make it where people can get something to eat at DeLillo's or 10 West and bring it over to the park on a nice summer evening. But we are starting plans for that. We have a couple options for grant opportunities, and I can't share all those secrets because if I tell you all the grants that we have, then you guys will line those up too. But do know that come February, we're going to do kind of a crowdfunding for the pocket park, which actually ties into one of the grant opportunities through the state. And it's a really unique opportunity, so it's up to $50,000. So we're hoping to be able to raise a good chunk of those funds for the pocket park through that grant and through that process.
Now, you were talking about bringing food over and things like that, but if anyone who visits downtown Cicero realize too that sometimes they have some waits at some of the restaurants, so you may be able to sit over there with your little buzzer in your hand,
Exactly.
Waiting for the buzzer to go off to go into one of those fine establishments that you have in downtown Cicero.
Well, or you can even grab ice cream before dinner. So you can go to
that's
Alexandra's,
right.
go to the park, enjoy that before the buzzer goes off, and then it's time for dinner.
Because the one thing about it is Cicero, by being that small little quaint town with all these tremendous places to eat and eat ice cream, it's also a very good walkable community. I mean, you really feel safe walking the streets of Cicero because basically all those restaurants are lined up basically on one street. Now, hopefully, someday you'll have problems and it'll be on other streets, but that's a good problem to have.
That's
okay?
right. That's right.
That's like I always say, when you have a parking problem in your downtown, that's not always a bad thing.
It's not. It actually means that you have customers and you have business, so that's good. That's a very good thing.
Because I think that we could probably go in communities around central Indiana, downtowns, in the evening, that you could probably park anywhere. So it's a good problem to have that you have difficulty finding a parking spot. So what else we got going? Don't we have aren't I doing something? I'm judging something, aren't I? The windows or something.
Yes,
Yeah.
with the window display.
Yeah, so the Christmas decorating contest, this was our second annual for the businesses. The businesses are, they get a little bit of time, I think, let me check my notes exactly on, I think it's going to be judged on November 27th. So they'll take a little bit of month of November and decorate their, the fronts of their windows and fortunate to have people like you who are going to come up and judge those.
Oh, I enjoy that.
Great time last year, and we're really excited to do it again.
My favorite part's eating at 10 West after we get done. Just saying. Just saying. That's my favorite part. But anyways, there was 18 windows last year?
Yeah.
I mean,
They had a good turnout.
and these were just businesses. This wasn't, and you also have something else. I don't know whether it's connected to Our Town Cicero, but I know you guys well enough that anything that goes on in the community, because Main Street supports communities, and it doesn't matter who puts it on, but I think you have something for the residential people too.
I know, I saw that, and I think it is being sponsored by, well, it's being sponsored by,
Our local Century
Yeah.
21
Yes.
Sheets realtors, Lisa Stokes-Bear, and
Yeah.
they came up with this great idea to have a residential Cicero light fight. And so the the neighborhoods, or really the whole town, can get together and decorate their houses, and they sign up to be a part of this competition, and then it will be judged by December 3rd, I think, and they have the chance to win a Visa gift card.
And I can tell you, I have worked with Lisa Stokes-Bear before on the Pork Chop Festival up in Tipton County, and she knows how to do it right. She's a big part of that program over there, so she never does anything halfway. So that's going to be another great event come holiday time.
oh,
That'll
definitely.
be great.
So you're going to have to do your best, Clark Griswold, and
That's right.
really do up those houses.
Yeah, the challenge is on for the local.
And I think there's some pretty nice prizes there too. I think there's some pretty big gift cards, Visa
I
gift.
think a $300 Visa gift card wins the,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
A
it's-
lot of presents, you know.
So Jim, you ought to get an office, and it has to be residential. Sorry. You could buy a home up there.
Yes.
You have plenty of decorations.
There are some homes for sale. I've seen that, so.
So what else we got going? That kind of takes us. Anything else for 2016?
Well, we have started the process putting together an application for the Main Street Revitalization Program, which is a state grant. Actually, it's a federal grant through the Office of Community and Rural Affairs. We've been really excited about the turnout of how many businesses want to participate. Right now, we have 15 buildings, which for Cicero, that's almost the entire downtown. So we're really excited about that. We've met with the business and building owners to talk through the process. We have Tina Mendenhall. She is going to help us through. We have R&B Architecture, who's going to help with the design elements of it. But it's a $500,000 grant, which could go a really long way with those projects. But starting in 2016, we're going to hit or 2017, I should say. I'm behind already. We're going to start. I say it's my pregnancy brain. I think that's what it is.
Oh, okay.
We'll say that, or my blonde moment. But we're going to really hit the ground running after the first of the year to make sure we can get all of our pieces together so we can apply come spring of 2017.
Question from the peanut gallery here. Now, is that a matching fund? Or?
It is. This is a 20% match.
Oh, okay, that's not
which
bad.
it's not. So 80% of it is grant, 20% of it is match, which is a pretty good deal for business owners. And I'm going to use my math skills. So I'm going to say, so if you have $100,000 worth of work, then it's $20,000 match.
And that's a good deal because, you and I both worked on those grants, and it's usually like a matching fund or a 50-50.
50-50, yeah.
So that's a pretty good deal. And to think that an owner or store owner could get $100,000 worth of work done on their building for $20,000.
Yep.
I would think I would probably want to be a part of that.
I think so too. So we're really excited about that. So we have the Pocket Park, we have the facade program coming up. on the town side of things. I do want to note, I need to mention, because this is the sad part of the show, Paul Munoz, who is our planning director, has decided to leave us for a job in the private sector, and his last day is Friday. So we do want to just say that we're going to have a reception for him tomorrow at 10 West. It's in the banquet room.
That's
there,
it. Why'd you do it? Yeah.
30 West, but I know it's confusing. But it's the banquet room there at 10 West Restaurant from 4:30 to 6:30. It's our opportunity to thank Paul for all that he's done. I mean, he's been there for over 7 years, and he's had such a great vision for the community that it's going to be really sad to see him go.
Yeah, because basically he's the one that had the vision to bring someone like you on board.
I know.
So he has to be brilliant.
That makes it even harder. Yeah.
But that's going to be a great event. In fact, I kind of switched around my plans a little bit, so I'll be there tomorrow night for that event, because I'm really excited. I thought Paul, I wish him the best. I understand, this is going to give him an opportunity for his family and his future. So I'm always thankful that somebody has opportunities like that. But Paul will be greatly missed at Cicero. So we wish him the best of luck, and I'll see him tomorrow night and share that same information with him. So it's a great opportunity, and it's so exciting for, what you guys are doing up there, and how hard you're working as far as the things that you're getting accomplished up there in such a very short time. And I know that I even got a letter. Great success story is Dining the Causeway that you guys did, and you're already working on 2017, so to make it bigger and better. So it's nothing but great things going on up there. One quick question ask about, what about the pier? Where are we at on that?
We are right now in the process. So Charlie Cambry, who is our park superintendent, he comes to me and he says, "Shae, what do you think about that?" And I always say, "You're the expert. I don't know the difference between concrete, all the different things that he's looking at for the pier." So right now we're in the process where we have our request for proposals out for the actual pier itself to be built. I think we're going to get it done in a much faster time frame than we originally thought. So I think by June of 2017 we will have a pier.
Some of that funding has already been approved, correct?
It has. So the project itself will be a little bit over $100,000.
Okay.
And we have a lot of different sources, like Our Town Cicero. They're going to help with in kind, with volunteer hours, with labor. We did get money from the Parks Department itself, but then the town also put in dollars. So it's going to be set up for electricity. Hopefully we'll be able to do movies on the pier. Wink, wink. And also just to be able to play entertainment, and then have another spot for people to be able to fish and actually enjoy what we have there. So I think that we're right on with our timeline right now, and they're even talking about working in February. So I don't know how all of that will work out, but it's very exciting, and it sounds like we're going to be on a pretty quick timeline once we get
I guess
going.
it wouldn't be too bad if you did, unless you had to work in the water, right?
Yeah.
It'd be a little cool.
Be a little cold.
And they're going to have to do that.
Yeah.
So I don't know who signed up to be that person, but
Well, it looks like we've run out of time. It always goes very, very quickly when I have Our Town Cicero on, because you got so many great things going on up there, and I appreciate the both of you taking time out of your busy schedule and coming down here to Noblesville and doing this show with you. And as we get further along here this year, we may bring the cameras up there and do some video up there, some of the things that are going on. Appreciate you both being here today. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So we'll see you next week.